Can you guess what we're gonna talk about? So I'm super excited for episode 7. Like I said, I really want some shampoo and some mousse and ukiyo and all the goodness. Let's go! Yeah! Okay, I absolutely love their different intros every time. And this last one they did with Mr. P and Ranma female, like, I'll take as much Mr. P as I can have. Just give it to me. So cute. Really, like, I don't know, romanticized, especially since Ranma's skipping and Pichan's just like la 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 behind her. Not at all the dynamic in actuality. Really cute. Beautiful moonlight over the dojo opening after the intro. I don't even know what to say. They're doing really well with the art, and I wish more anime had this level of art. But again, your budgets are budgets, I guess. Beautiful. Fantastic. So we open on Ryoga and Ranma, female, practicing for the gymnastics martial arts competition. So crazy. And it's really cute because they're giving their all, and you start to see the differences in the nuance of their skill level, at least with this, and how Ranma's a little bit more elegant, but Ryoga's more brutal? I don't know if that's the right word, but aggressive. And then they start doing this thing with the ribbon and it's all dramatic and you're like, oh, this could be really cool, and it just ends up being so dorky. Really great shot, flat, silly, awkward, and just like, what? Love this anime. So they're practicing, Akane goes upstairs to go to bed, and she's like talking to Pichan as if he's there, being like, oh, I can carry you to the match tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, Pichan? And then they have this image come across of like awkwardness and flat and like, Mr. P though, and her sitting in her room by herself. Yeah, he's obviously downstairs training Ranma. So then they show Ryoga and Ranma training, and they're discussing, and basically Ryoga's like, look, like, if you lose, you'll be with Kodachi, basically, or you'll have to be. And they show this, like, really of Kodachi. And basically, Ryoga wants Ranma to lose. And Ranma's like, I have no intention of dating Kodachi. She's a nutter. And Ryoga says basically he's gonna break Ranma's legs before the match. Not cool, dude. Not cool. So as Ranma and Ryoga go at it, there's some really interesting moves, obviously, but funnily enough, they show the outside of the dojo with the moonlight and everything, really pretty, but with each like bang or boom, it starts to like deform and change shape. It's really funny, super smart. And then of course it's slapsticky, because this is the show. So Akane wakes up, early morning, lovely day, yawn, stretchies, and then she hears all this banging, and she like scoots her way to the dojo, and she sees that Ranma and Ryoga are still fighting, and she's like, have you guys been at it all night? And they turn around, like super dark circles under the eyes, really funny, nice shadowing and like longness to the movement and action around it, very smart. And yeah, so how are they gonna do this now? Ranma almost comes off as like sleepy drunk because he's so tired. So I don't know about this. Like Ranma's so tired, he's eating a napkin while he's eating and not even noticing. So Ranma and Akane show up for the fight, and Kodachi's there, and Akane explains she's injured and that Ranma will be like subbing for her, and Ranma's wearing the communist China outfit she was wearing when she met Kodachi the first time. And Kodachi's like, oh, I met her before, no problem. And she goes to put her hand out to shake hands, and Akane stops her, and she has thumbtacks in between her fingers. This one's sneaky all the time. So Ranma and Akane go into the dressing room for Furiken High, which is the science lab, and Akane pushes Ranma in because a bathing tub falls down and smacks Akane in the head. And she's like, look, Ranma, like, you need to pay attention. This one here with the booby trap, she'll like try by any means, basically. And then there's a bouquet of black roses there, and they're like, and they put it in the fish tank, and the fish starts to fall asleep. Yeah, sneaky, sneaky. So it pans to Ryoga being elated that he actually made it to the right place for the match, and he equates it or attributes it to the power of love. And he has this beautiful golden, like dream-esque shot of Akane in his mind with like golden clouds. It's very silly. And he's like, I'm gonna sabotage like Ranma's chances, basically. And he runs, And of course, like in every other like school shot, for some reason someone's throwing a bucket of water at the window and it splashes on him and he turns into Mr. P. And Mr. P is so cute and so angry and is my favorite. So all of a sudden you hear girls squealing while Kodachi's like having a little bit of an inner monologue. And then it's a whole bunch of girls with Mr. P because they think he's so cute. And of course, they're all fussing over him. And then she's like, maybe I can use this little pig to my advantage. So everybody enters the room where they're gonna fight. It looks like a wrestling ring, that sort of thing. And Kodachi gets her announcement and all the girls are screaming her name. And then they announce Akane and that there's somebody supplementing for her. And then they walk past Kuno, which means Kuno's gonna be in this. So that'll be hilarious. And girls are like, oh, Kuno's so hot. And like basically people are like, ignorance is bliss because he's a lunatic, amongst other things. And then the announcer's like, what's your name? And then Rama uses his real name, even though he's a girl. But the thing is there's people from Forrykin High at this match too. Like they wanted to see Akane. They show a shot of people holding like the like pamphlet and like fans with like Akane's name on it and things like that. And he uses his real name, but he's a girl, so it makes everybody really uncomfortable. They're like, what is happening? What is happening? So the announcement's made, right? And people are weirded. And Kodachi's mad because the surname's the same. And they show her with all the flames and stuff. It's actually really cutely shot. And then they show Kuno, who's like, oh, I finally have her name. And he's excited and writing it down. Like, oh, Kuno, like seriously, like how dumb are you? It hurts. Like to not even like question or anything or just seriously. So of course, sneaky Kodachi, the match starts. What does she do? She's like, oh, look over there. And then chains something to Ranma's wrist. It's P-chan on the other end. What? So the problem here is Mr. P can be a hindrance and at the same time he wants to be because he wants Ranma to lose. So Kodachi comes at Ranma, she has like those baton things and then spikes come out because she's totally underhanded and Kudo makes a comment attesting to that. And then P-chan does this thing, well he does it before, where he wraps around Ranma and kind of like impedes him from moving with the chains. And Kodachi has like this crazy Looney Tune like fantasy romance novel thought in her head about her and Ranma. And like it's beautiful and like has the beautiful purple that signifies her in this instance. But she's so nutty. It's unnerving and kind of fun to watch. So they fight and fight and fight, and then at one point Roma gets mad after hearing that nonsense and picks up P-chan with his feet, flies through the air, kicks Kodachi in the face. Beautiful shot, white background implying the pain and the starkness of the contrast from the color of before, and just like knocks her. And then the judges are like, pig allowed. Really funny. So clearly everything Kodachi fights with is dubious, like the baton with the spikes. And then she has the hoop, and the hoop acts basically almost like a giant blade and chops the top off of one of the corners of the wrestling rink. Like, Rama looks like he's in trouble. And he also was explaining to Kodachi that like, he's not interested in her. And she perceives it as that she's interested in Ranma, like Ranma female is interested in Ranma, and no, obviously. Kodachi does this 1,000 club attack. Also almost like a reference from the video game thing. And Ranma does this thing where he takes those same clubs and the chain with P-chan and turns it into a nunchuck. Really smart. Kodachi with a ribbon while being underhanded picks up the bell for the match, throws it at Ranma, and Ranma uses P-chan to block it. Really cute shot, blue background, like the pop art pain like word reaction kind of thing. And he's so squeezed you rarely see him, but he's such a cutie. So you think that was crazy? So she grabs something else with a ribbon. Kuno! So Kuno gets wrapped up in the ribbon and he gets thrown into the ring and he attacks, and then the judges are like, biological brother allowed. Sorry. This show, I love it so much. It's so ridiculous. And these two make it even better. So Genma comes to the match as a panda and he offers Akane some tea. He has a kettle and some tea. And you're like, well, what's gonna happen with that, right? Maybe a hot water thing? Kodachi sees it and scoops it up. So now Ranma and Ryoga are gonna have to dodge that kettle or they're both in trouble. So she splashes the water at them after a few attempts, noticing that they don't want the hot water. And it's a really cute shot, funny, sort of cartoony, where Pichan has like a dressy snot bubble and Ranma's clearly screaming, and then you have Genma with a sign coming up basically being like, this isn't good. They dip in and go, Saotome is taking a direct hit with the boiling water. Ryoga and Ranma, you see them in silhouette, upside down falling, and Ryoga's like, you look like such an idiot in that outfit, kind of response, and Ranma's like, psst, you're completely naked. Lucky duckies though. Genma, still panda, and Akane to the rescue with the fire hose. That's right, a fire hose and a match. This is Ranma 1/2 after all. Anything is expected. So this hose causes a continuous stream, and then you find out that if they get swept out of the ring, they lose. So Pichan and now Ranma female are fighting the stream. I'm surprised Pichan is, because he wants him to lose, but that's what's happening. Kodachi throws a hoop, it cuts the stream, and then they start to fight. Ranma does this thing where he grabs her baton, does a foot move, and spins her off in that weird, like this she's actually doing this time, but with her feet in the, like I said before, like the walk like an Egyptian gesture. I was thinking about it, it might just be like a pose, you know, like how ballerinas can't help but inherently point their toes. Maybe like that with the gymnast thing. So yeah, gymnast feet. Kodachi's flying through the air, and then she blows a whistle with the lip, and then she blows a whistle, and then the ring starts to rumble. While the match is going on, you keep seeing shots of like Genma eating sushi and then chips, with chopsticks by the way, and then ramen. Like, what? Why Genma? Seriously. So Ranma punches the ring. What happens? It reveals that there's like a bunch of girls from the school underneath, basically helping Kodachi. Sneaky, sneaky. So now there is no ring to fight on, so they have to stand on the posts at the edges of the wrestling ring, much like when Ranma was fighting at Josenkyo, so this may be good for him. So Ranma tries to fight Kodachi, jumps into the air, gets impeded by Pichan because he keeps tying himself to the pole, and then Kodachi wraps around Ranma, and it looks like he's gonna get flung out, but he figures out a way to use it to his advantage, goes to swing and kick Kodachi, but it stops short because there's not enough ribbon. So Kodachi throws her baton with the spikes and liberates him. And now the fight will get good. So Ranma heads towards her, and basically what happens is she goes to fight and he's expecting something underhanded, and Ranma jumps through the air at her, and it seems like he pile-drived her through the bottom of the mat while remaining above the mat, which means technically she's out of the ring, and he wins. And Kodachi starts to cry and mourn basically the relationship Ranma and her, that she has to like give up on Ranma. So Kodachi starts to mourn and she starts to cry. It's not normal for Kodachi to react in such a fashion. That empathy for her is very short-lived, of course, because she's Natters, and she decides that as of tomorrow, she'll burn for Ranma with a newfound like abundance or profanity or vigor or whatever, and a whole bunch of fireworks go off behind her because what? They did this really great awkward shot of Genma, Akane, and Ranma female, and Akane holding Pichan in a very awkward linear sort of drawing with pastels and Naruto-shaped fish cakes in the background, just kind of like in disbelief of like, what is happening? Then the episode ends with Ranma dissolving into dust and Kodachi cackling off into the sunset. Crazy. So this episode was really good, really funny, really interesting. Kodachi and Kuno are always a good time, and mix in some Mr. P and fantastic. So I'd like some more, please. I can't wait to see where this all goes. I'd really like to see in upcoming episodes, again, more characters. I know I'm impatient, but it's really, you want to see your faves, you know? I'm happy that Ryoga came through really quickly. That's amazing. And Mr. P, super happy. But give me some more. Yeah, so if you liked this episode, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And if you really like what I do here, please head over to my Patreon. It has its own stuff. When I go to the gym, the anime sweaters I wear, the anime they play at the gym, it's crazy. It's always changing. when I go to restaurants with friends and have Japanese food, because they have some really great places here, or the Asian grocery stores, or just WIB. WIB's the best too. But yeah, have a really great day, really great week, really great evening, and I'll see you soon. And I also did a reaction video. Well, I did a few for Don Da Don, and I'm going to post them soon. So hopefully you guys like them too. I'd love to hear your comments, what you think. What did you think of this episode? How cute is Mr. P? How crazy is Kodachi? Love it all. Bye.